Good morning, everybody. It is the beginning of day 13. We are halfway there, distance-wise. Days-wise, not yet quite, but distance-wise, we are halfway there. Um, I've got a 65-mile trip planned for today. I'm doing a little more than I had intentionally planned. I'm adding about 11 miles to it. That's because tomorrow would be a 109-mile day. So I'm going to try to do more miles a day, make it 65 instead of 54, so I have less to do tomorrow. It is 66 degrees out right now. It is about 5:40 in the morning, so it's gonna be a hot one. So I'm getting started early. So hopefully things go well. I'll be traveling through the city of St. Louis today. So a lot of urban riding, which is a little different. Got to be a little bit more careful. But some bike trails involved, so it should be somewhat safe. So I'll talk to you later.
No freaking way. It's full of parakeets and you have to take a feeding stick in to go in. No way. No, Mitch. You cannot drink beer. It is not safe for you to have beer. Then we probably would have a river otter in the what's that roadkill.
Hey everybody, we are at the end of day 13. It went fantastic. Got up at 6:30. No, I got up at 5:30.
We left at 6.
I got dressed, ready. I was out of there before Kim was barely awake.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the first, I don't know, we started in North St. Louis. The first 20 miles was nothing but bike trail. Nothing but bike trail, I think, all the way through St. Louis. It was great. Google Maps was great for today. If it wasn't for Google Maps, I would not have found all the bike trails that I went on to get through St. Louis. I would have been on the city streets, stressing during rush hour, but it was all bike trail. Several bicycle bridges across interstates, across the Missouri River. I really didn't see a road in the first 20 miles for the most part. So that was great. I did hit an 8-mile stint of a really bad road, but got right back on the trail and eventually hit the road south of St. Louis. Quite a few hills, but I was done by 1 o'clock.
Just before 1.
I added mileage to my route so I can do less mileage tomorrow. So we are in Peevely. I think I said Peavy before. It's Peevely, Missouri right now. And got here early. Kim and I went out to a local winery. That was really good in the middle of nowhere. And so yeah, here we are, done early, getting this vlog done early. What did you do today?
Well, Mitch and Kim's adventurous adventures.
There you go.
There we go. Adventurous adventures.
We haven't done that yet.
We went to Grant's Farm, which is where the Clydesdales, part of them, live. It's the Anheuser-Busch Zoo Animal Park
Farm.
It was really cool. Mitch wanted to ride the camels. I wouldn't let him though. He really tried.
The camels?
Yes, there were camels there.
There's camels?
And he tried to drink my mango beer, which I told him, I said, if he drank that, then he could possibly become one of the statistics that Joe mentions. And and I got to pet one of the Clydesdales. They're pretty cool. But that was what we did today. Yeah.
What's cool is the bicycle trail. We didn't know this. The bicycle trail that I took went right by the farm.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I would have 3 minutes later, I would have seen Kim pull into the parking lot to park the car.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was crazy.
It was how close we were to one another, not know it.
Right.
So you went to the farm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that was pretty much our day. Weather was great. It did get a little warm later on, but no rain today. And I'm hoping for the same tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going from Peebly to
Cape
Girardeau. Did I say that right?
I think so.
Cape Girardeau, which is a college town. It's where Southeast Missouri State is.
Another War of the States.
We were told
there.
We were told that it's a big college town.
Yeah.
So it's going to be about a 99-mile ride.
Mm-hmm.
There are some hills involved in this one as well, but with the extra mileage I did today, I took some of those hills out. I did them today. I want to do them tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And the Trail of Tears is close by, so we'll be Mitch and I will be heading there tomorrow.
The Trail of Tears, right? Mm-hmm. So that's our plan tomorrow. Now, is there anything else you want to add?
No.
Now we have a very exciting segment coming up. We have figured out that we are officially in the South. And you're going to know why here in just a second, because
one of our followers, he suggested that we should call this road pizza. What was that, road pizza?
That's not a nice name.
That is kind of gross.
That's not.
But I said I would do that, shout out and say road pizza.
No, you didn't wait for my dun 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 dun.
Well, I was too excited about it.
You're too excited about that name.
Yes.
No, the name of the segment is what was that?
Pizza.
No. What was that dead thing?
Road pizza.
Don't change. That's a terrible name.
I know.
Pizza.
That's so funny.
Pizza was sounding good to me. It's not sounding good to me. You're not seeing what I see during the day.
Oh no, I'm glad.
No, you are really glad.
I'm really glad.
There are some things I'm seeing that you don't want to see it.
No, thank you.
Not at all.
Nope.
So that's coming up. All right. Say bye, Mitch. Bye, Mitch.
Bye.
It is that time again. The world-renowned, nationally syndicated, ever popular, what was that dead thing? We know you've been waiting for it. I don't know how you survived yesterday. We didn't have a segment like this yesterday. It was a rest day. By the way, like how this is feeling now? Kim's taking a picture of me every day. Well, I'm taking a selfie every day. When I first started, I was clean-shaven, looking like the handsome man that I am. Right, Kim?
Yeah.
And now what's it like? Now it's rugged. Like a rugged look? No?
Your beard's growing faster than your hair.
My beard's growing faster than my hair. That's good of you to notice. I'm not sure any of our audience have noticed that. But now that you pointed it out, they're probably noticing. Anyway, what was a dead thing? Today has been a monumental moment in the life of bicycling the MRT. One of the questions that is asked, mainly me to myself, is at what point do you realize that you are in the South? There is that moment that you have as a bicyclist, as a motorist, whatever, where you have that moment where you recognize that you are no longer in the North, but now you're in the South. One of those moments is when you go out to eat. One of those moments is when you go out to eat and you ask for tea and they bring you sweet tea. In the North, when you ask for tea, they bring you unsweet tea. It's just a default. The default in the South is when you ask for tea, they bring you sweet tea, and you have to ask for unsweet tea. For me, I have to ask for unsweet tea with a sweetener, which really confuses people in the South. Why would you ask for unsweet tea and then ask for sweetener? It makes no sense to the wait staff down here. As a bicyclist, it's a whole different deal. So on the road today, here are some of the things I found. Found 2 possums, pretty typical. 2 coons, pretty typical. Our second skunk of the trip. Another deer. By the way, the deer are the worst. They're the worst. This one was right on the shoulder, and there were buzzards around. Scared them off. I had to drive around it. Kim missed that one. And a frog. The frog was about 2 inches big. I don't even know how I saw it. And then there's 7 UFOs. I'll probably get to UFOs at some point. I mean, I don't know what to say about them. You know, sometimes you just don't know what it was. So I had 7 UFOs. I imagine a lot of them are coons, but I'm not going to make that assumption. So we'll put it in the UFO category. But I found 3.
Count them.
1, 2, 3 of a new critter. Can any of you guess what the new critter is? It has to do with being in the South. You don't see these in the North.
We don't have them in.
We don't have them in Ohio. Minnesota has 0 of them. Minnesota has more hippos than these. Iowa doesn't have them either. I found 1, 2, 3. Okay, you give up? I think they give up, Kim.
Okay.
Armadillos. Armadillos are rampant in the South. Don't get me started on armadillos. There's a whole story behind the armadillos and the issue of road safety. Back in 1957, when they first started the educational programs for the wildlife, lots of wildlife had lots of excuses as to why to not participate in the educational programs. Raccoons were busy with their OCD and cleaning food. Groundhogs were divided in their own community about how to adapt. Birds weren't intelligent enough. Turtles were overconfident. But the armadillo had no excuses. The armadillo simply was in denial and refused to participate in the educational programs. So don't get me started on feeling bad for the armadillo, because they had their chances and they just absolutely refused to think that there would ever be a problem. But for those of you traveling in the South, you know that armadillos are everywhere. So we found our first 3 armadillos today. The first one I saw, I didn't even really expect to see it. I didn't think armadillos were this far north, but there was nothing else it could be. It wasn't a turtle for sure. And then I saw my second armadillo. I was like, yeah, those are armadillos. And then by the time I saw the third one, here we are. So don't be surprised if over the next, this is day 13. Don't be surprised if over the next 13 days, armadillos really climb the ladder of road fatalities on the overall list that we have for this segment, because they're everywhere. Maybe someday they'll wake up and participate in the educational programs, but it's unlikely at this point. It's been well over 60 years, and they're still not doing it. So I'll put the totals up next and keep track of that. We'll see if the armadillos increase in their numbers of fatalities. Cam, got anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
You sure? Mm-hmm. Okay, Cam doesn't want to add anything to this segment, so we will see you later. Okay, you can, but I don't think you're going to be able to. This camera's almost as big as you are. All right, here, you try. Gotta hold it still. Mitch. Kim, can you help?
He's not good at that at all.
Stop!
Is he supposed to record you?
You're supposed to record. What are you doing? Stop! Give me the camera. Give me the camera. What in the world? Give me the camera. He insisted. He insisted because he's not happy. He's like, calm down.
You again forgot.
All for this reason. 0 bicyclists, 0 river otters so far. But we're getting really close to 1 river otter.